Not at all. Teofimo is a good fighter. You know, he's very talented. He's very athletic. You know, he's always rose to the occasion. And
this is no need to sugarcoat it. A lot of people have criticized certain things about like why a guy, when he gets shut out like that in his previous fight, come right into a tournament of champions, right? Or let's just say in Max Kellerman's version, belt holders. I think really it's just I'm a household name. This is what it is. I'm a household name. The Zone sees it. Takeover Promotion sees it. And I think with all that comes together is me taking it over. So I think I'm a risk taker. Always been that way. You know, became two-time linear world champion at the age of 25. Look forward to making bigger and better records and then breaking my own.
Tio, Matt, entertain the crowd, man. Entertain the crowd. Man, Man, I'll help you entertain the crowd, man. We'll do this, man. It's gonna be fun, man. I promise you, man. This is gonna be a fun promotion, man. I promise you, man. It's gonna be a fun promotion.
Yeah.
Terence Crawford wasting no time here, breaking down this whole matchup and making it clear Romero is walking. Terence Crawford wasting no time here, breaking down this whole matchup and making it clear Romero is walking into far too much fight. When a pound-for-pound great starts talking like this, boxing fans know Teofimo Lopez has serious backing heading into August the 22nd.
And I just feel like, you know, it's going to be too much. But Teofimo's done well against Southpaw.
Terence Crawford wasting no time here, breaking down this whole matchup and making it clear Romero is walking into far too much fight. When a pound-for-pound great starts talking like this, boxing fans know Teofimo Lopez has serious backing heading into August the 22nd.
What advice have you given him as he goes into the biggest fight of his career?
Oh, man, just be yourself. You know, hey, this is another day in the office, another walk in the park. You know, there's no reason to put a lot of pressure on yourself because you know what you're capable of. With the self-belief in yourself, you can do whatever you want in there, and that's what you're going to do.
Simple, calm, and confident advice from Terence Crawford, urging Teofimo Lopez to just trust himself. Coming from a fighter of Crawford's caliber, this kind of belief means everything. It shows the boxing elite genuinely rate Teofimo to handle Romero like just another day at the office.
Oh yeah, it'll show. I just gotta rip it out. Just gotta take it out from his soul. Show the real fear that he has.
Chilling words from Teofimo Lopez here, promising to expose the real fear hiding inside Romero. This is exactly the killer mentality Terence Crawford was talking about. Teofimo sounds like a man on a mission, and Raleigh better be ready for what's coming his way on fight night.
Muscle. Does that affect your stamina? Does that affect your punch resistance when you're...
Romero already sounding a bit rattled here, backtracking on his own words and stumbling through his answer. Compare that to the calm confidence coming from the Teofimo Lopez camp, and it's clear who actually looks composed heading into this fight. This is not the energy of a man ready to win.
Time when Rolly said that he would never fight us, but you know, nobody wants to fight Rolly, so we stepped in, you know, for a world title after a bad loss that my son wasn't even in that fight. You know, it was a horrible fight. It was more mental, and it had to do a lot with the way they don't give my son credit for all the things that he has done. Not putting him in the pound-for-pound list, you know, being two-time, actually, you know, you could say that he was two-time undisputed, you know, definitely with Omar.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. making a bold claim, insisting nobody actually wanted to fight Romero in the first place. He also raises a fair point about his son not getting the credit he deserves as a former two-time undisputed champion. Boxing pros are increasingly agreeing that Teofimo is massively underrated.
Keeping it. You guys are all talking so politely, man. We're gonna run that. Remember that. We're gonna run that. Yeah, I like it. I hope, but like, bring it in. Bring it in. Y'all not even put the tip in yet. Like, come on, pause, by the way, pause.
Even Ryan Garcia is weighing in here, subtly suggesting Romero has been leaning on old sparring stories to build hype rather than real accomplishments. It's a respectful answer, but the message is clear. Nobody in this sport is fully buying into Raleigh's chances against a fighter like Teofimo Lopez.
And he is awkward at times. He throws his punches in weird ways, but I think that's what makes for an exciting fight and an exciting return for me. You know, I think that just with the Ryan Garcia fight, him having that, and that was his last win and last fight, I think that is great momentum, obviously on my end as well. I think this right here leads to possibly winner takes, you know, the winner out of Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia. That's what we're looking forward to. But as of right now, at 147, I'm looking to take over and become the undisputed and 3-time lineal world champion.
Teofimo Lopez staying laser focused on the bigger picture here, already looking past Rolly Romero toward becoming a 3-time undisputed champion. He acknowledges Rolly's awkward style, but treats it as a stepping stone, not a real threat. That kind of forward-thinking confidence is exactly why Terence Crawford rates him so highly.
You know, it is inevitable, the move, but I feel like the Teofimo fight is a great fight, and I think that's a great option for him. So, listen, I honestly think that it's just too big and too good. But I rate
Eddie Hearn adding even more weight to the Teofimo Lopez hype train, calling this fight simply too big and too good to ignore. When a promoter of Hearn's stature openly rates Teofimo this highly, it only strengthens the growing feeling that Rolly Romero has bitten off more than he can chew.
I think he's gonna stop. I think he's gonna stop. I think he's gonna stop him, man. I think he's definitely gonna stop him. I think he's gonna stop bro.
Rolly Romero sounding genuinely bitter here, complaining about not being congratulated rather than focusing on the fight itself. It's a strange look considering Teofimo Lopez and his team have been busy talking business and momentum. While Teofimo camp discusses becoming undisputed champion, Rolly seems stuck dwelling on old grudges and hurt feelings instead of the actual task at hand come August the 22nd.
I was heated, you know, when I got a belt, you know, the first thing he did wasn't congratulate me. He called me out and started talking bad about me. So I mean, and then he just kept talking bad about me, and then eventually I was like, bro, like I've always been there for you, and you know. But whatever, man, I done went through those crazy things.
Rolly Romero's own trainer trying to find an angle here, suggesting age might finally be catching up with Teofimo Lopez. It is a fair attempt at finding hope, but even he admits the majority believe Teofimo is overwhelming Rolly on paper. When your own corner is searching for excuses before the bell even rings, that tells its own story about the confidence levels inside Rolly's camp.
It will be a great fight, very interesting fight. Many people saying to me like Teo is overwhelming Rolly, but if you can see Teo the last fight against Shakur, I think age start to giving some problem to Teo. Even I can see, I know him very, very young. His muscle start to change. You remember, he's the 140 guys moving up to 147. So already Rolly showed he's a real solid 147. And Teo is the guy who will go up to 147.
Straight talking maturity from Teofimo Lopez here, cutting through all the noise and simply demanding the two of them settle everything the proper way inside the ring. It is a genuinely respectable stance, echoing the same calm confidence Terence Crawford praised earlier. While Rolly's camp searches for excuses, Teofimo just wants to fight, and that mentality alone makes him the far more dangerous man walking into this one.
Yeah, I think that the thing is like we're kind of like beating around the bush of it, but the time is up, man. We got to fight each other. We got to settle it in the ring. That's how that's why it's a gentleman's sport. That's why it's a real man's sport for a reason. If you got problems, you settled it in the boxing ring. You know, what they say, gloves up, gun.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. firing back after some heated exchanges, claiming Rolly Romero needed an entire team of Avengers just to prepare for his son. It's a bold and cutting statement, but it perfectly captures the swagger surrounding this camp. If Rolly genuinely needs that much help to even compete, it only reinforces just how dangerous Teofimo Lopez truly is heading into this fight.
He's got a lot of people that you know, they are high up there, and you know, he had the Avengers helping him for this fight, so yeah. You know what I mean, you know, he had a lot of people helping him to win, to be my son, so that tells you how good
This is about as personal as it gets. Teofimo Lopez Sr. absolutely tearing into Rolly Romero, calling him out as a fake who only came around to chase clout off his son's name. It is raw, it is emotional, and it shows just how deep this rivalry actually runs behind the scenes. Whether you agree with the delivery or not, the message rings loud and clear from the entire Lopez camp. Rolly Romero was never a genuine friend, and now he is set to face the consequences of that cloud chasing inside the ring on fight night. This is personal for Teofimo, and personal fighters tend to bring another level of intensity when the lights come on.
Hey, Lomachenko. Hey, no, hey, let me explain this. You was never our friend. Nobody knew who the fuck you was, and you came and started cloud chasing on my son. And then when you came and fought Tank, you never even talked to us again. That's why I hit you in the chest the last time I seen you, remember?
You hit me in the chest?
When I hit you in the chest and I said you ain't a real friend.
But
you remember that day?
Junior.
You just kept on walking, man.
Junior,
You're a fake, bro.
Junior, you're
a fucking fake, bro. And you know that night, you're not even gonna touch my...
A genuinely detailed breakdown here from Sean Zittel, and even after giving Rolly Romero every possible chance on paper, he still lands firmly on Teofimo Lopez as the pick. He highlights Teofimo's creativity, quickness, patience, and improved counterpunching, all qualities that have clearly developed since his win over Ryan Garcia. Yes, Rolly brings explosive one-punch power, but explosiveness alone rarely beats genuine boxing intelligence. This kind of measured, technical analysis backs up everything Terence Crawford and the Lopez camp have been saying throughout this entire build-up, and it paints a pretty clear picture of who holds the real advantage once this fight actually begins.
If I had to make a pick, it's Teofimo Lopez. And after giving Rolly a real shot, and I still am, of course, this is a very competitive fight on paper, but I still, after talking up Rolly's chances, even before this presser, lean towards Teofimo because he's just overall the more creative fighter with a quickness advantage too, although Rolly does have explosiveness with one-punch speed and power. But I think that Teofimo, it's not like Rolly is a huge back foot puncher. He knows his distance more now, he's more patient, he has good timing, he can counterpunch a little bit too, like he showed against Ryan Garcia in the second round. And he will move around a little bit. He will get up on his bike when he needs to, but he's not punching off that back foot thus far. And it's
Rolly Romero trying to sound relaxed here, but his own game plan boils down to a fairly basic punch him and don't get punched approach. Compare that to the calculated, patient style Sean Zittel just described from Teofimo Lopez, and the gap in fight IQ becomes obvious. Rolly does admit Teofimo has the chance to make history as a 3-division world champion, which says a lot on its own. While Rolly focuses on simply surviving under the big lights, Teofimo's entire camp is talking legacy, undisputed status, and becoming a 3-time champion. That difference in mindset alone might be the deciding factor come August the 22nd.
I gotta look for it first. Alright, oh man. This didn't work.
So there you have it, Terence Crawford's own breakdown of this fight. And it is clear the pound-for-pound king along with almost everyone in his orbit believes Teofimo Lopez is walking into August the 22nd as the far more complete fighter. What's truly at stake here is enormous. For Teofimo, this is his chance to become a 3-time undisputed champion and finally silence the people who never gave him proper credit despite his incredible resume. For Rolly Romero, this is his one shot at becoming a Hall of Famer and proving all the doubters wrong in one single night. If Rolly Romero somehow wins, it would be one of the biggest upsets boxing has seen in years, instantly transforming his career and forcing everyone, including Terence Crawford himself, to eat their words. But if Teofimo Lopez shocks nobody and dominates the way his camp is predicting, it cements his place amongst the very best fighters in the sport today and sets up massive future fights against the winner of Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia. Mentally, Teofimo looks like the calmer, more focused fighter, carrying himself with the quiet confidence of a man who has already been to the top and knows exactly what it takes to get back there. Rolly, meanwhile, seems to be fighting with something to prove and perhaps a bit more emotion clouding his preparation. Who wants it more? Who has the mental edge when the bell finally rings? Drop your prediction below. Do you think Teofimo Lopez proves Terence Crawford right? Or does Rolly Romero shock the world on August the 22nd? Let us know in the comments and subscribe so you don't miss the fallout when fight night arrives.